What is up, guys? Welcome back to Life on the Wrist. Hope you guys are doing all right today. We're going to be discussing an interesting topic that I think for those of us who are kind of just slowly getting to watches, I think this is a very important thing to consider because what we're going to be discussing today is basically what accessories or what additional things you should perhaps think of picking up if you are just getting into watches fairly recently. I know, when I was getting into watches, obviously, there were things that I ended up picking up along the way because I felt like they were necessary for me to have in order to explore watches, enjoy the watches that I was experiencing. So we're going to be going over a couple of the things that I think are super important. With that said, let's just jump right into it. Actually, before we do that, be sure to hit that like button for us. It really does help us out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Like I said, when I was getting into watches, there were some things that I ended up picking up that I think are necessary for you to kind of have or just have at your disposal if you are getting into them. Anecdotally, this was actually my first vintage watch purchase, so I'll kind of use this as an example. This is a memo sale, which, like I said, first vintage watch purchase. And when I picked this up, it actually had the original strap on it that came with the memo sale watches. And immediately I wanted to actually kind of keep that strap keep that strap off of the watch so that I wouldn't have to wear it. So I think the first thing that I ended up doing was actually picking up a strap, and I went with this blue Perlon strap here. I don't actually remember exactly where I purchased it. I will say it was quite hard to find a Perlon strap that fit this memo sale. It's actually the lug width, if you want to call them lugs, because this actually doesn't have lugs on it, is 22 millimeters on a memo sale. It's quite difficult to actually find straps, one, with 22 millimeters in diameter, but also it was difficult to find a Perlon in that. So the first thing I actually did was pick up a Perlon strap, and I think that kind of leads right into the first thing that I wanted to talk about is when you're getting into watches, straps are your best friend. I think straps allow you to kind of explore different ways in experiencing your watch. So as an example, this memo sale was on a rubber strap. I put it on this Perlon because I thought it was a little bit more summery, durable enough that I wouldn't end up breaking it very, very easily. So straps are going to be your best friend. You can pick up something like a Perlon, which is really great in the summer because if your wrists are going to expand, so this is quite comfortable. It also, like I said, is quite durable because essentially you're just going through the holes in the Perlon with this piece of the strap, so it's not like it's actually wearing too much on the strap itself. So a Perlon is a really great example. I also have this leather strap here. Again, I don't actually remember where I picked this up, which doesn't make it very helpful for you, but there are plenty of watch strap sites out there that you can look into. I'll maybe do a video where we discuss some straps, but doing something like a leather strap like this one is 18 millimeters. So I wore this on some of the vintage pieces that I had that were a little bit smaller in diameter, but having a leather piece like a leather strap like this allows you to dress things up a little bit, maybe a little bit more. It also is very soft and subtle. So I would recommend picking up a leather strap like this. And then the last kind of type of strap that I think is going to be useful for you is something like this, which is a rubber strap. This is a rubber strap that fits Rolexes. This is from Rubber B, which I would recommend very highly. They're very good quality straps. And the good thing about rubber is it's super, super comfortable. These straps are durable, comfortable, and I actually really, really love rubber straps. I don't think they get enough. They don't get enough kudos for how great they are. So straps are going to be your best friend when you're getting into watches because you can change up the way that your watch is styled, and I think that's a really great thing that you can do. It also allows you to understand if you like wearing watches on a specific type of strap. That kind of can dictate where your collection ends up going, or the types of watches that you end up experiencing. Obviously, what I don't have here is a metal bracelet, and I think metal bracelets are something you should experience as well. But I think perhaps buying a watch that is on a metal bracelet is probably a better avenue to go, and then experiencing straps, as opposed to buying something that comes on a leather rubber Perlon or a NATO, and then putting a bracelet on it. Each to their own, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do that, but these are great to experiment with. So once you have your straps, obviously you're going to want to understand how to replace your strap on your watch. So I think the next essential is a tool like this. This is a tool that will allow you to remove the spring bars, which are the bars here that hold your strap in place on your watch. It allows you to remove those spring bars and put your new strap on. So I can take one of the spring bars out of here, out of this leather one. So this here is a spring bar, and as you can see, the ends of it are actually a spring. So that's why the name came about for spring bars. But this tool is going to allow you to adjust those straps. Now, I will say you need to proceed with caution when you end up acquiring one of these and using these on your watch. If you don't know how to remove the spring bars of your watch, I would definitely practice caution, because you can end up scratching the case of your watch, and that's not something that you want to do. However, once you have all of these straps and you understand how to remove spring bars and put straps back onto a watch, this is going to be a very, very useful tool for you to have. So spring bar remover is my next idea. And then the last thing that I would recommend you getting is some type of watch roll, watch box, watch case that you can keep your watches in. So I've got an example here. This is a watch roll that I received actually as a Christmas present, and it fits 3 watches in it. It's a leather watch roll, and I really, really love it. The cushions are super soft, and it actually came with replacement cushions, which I really liked. You can find these all over the place, and I think the reason why this is something that I recommend for you to pick up if you are getting into watches is you don't want your watches just lying all over the place, especially if you are looking at the vintage market, where perhaps box and papers for those watches are not going to be a prerequisite for your purchases. This allows you to keep all your watches together. It also allows you to travel with them if you are interested in traveling it. And a watch roll like this has enough slots that you can do that, and it's also compact enough that you can take this on the road. I can slip this into a backpack or a suitcase or a briefcase very, very easily. So that's my kind of the third recommendation that I have, is buy yourself a watch roll or some type of case that you can keep your watches in. It also looks really cool, and you can take really cool pictures for your Instagram if you open it up like that and you have your watches lined there. So yeah, so that's my last recommendation. So just to recap really quickly, I recommend going for some straps. If you are new to watch collecting, getting some straps for the watches that you end up experiencing, getting a spring bar remover so that you can remove the straps that are currently on the watches in your collection and experience the other straps that you've decided to purchase. And then lastly is a nice watch roll, watch box, some type of case that your watches can be housed in, so that you can keep them nice and orderly. So let me know what you think about my recommendations in the comment section below. Also, if you do have any recommendations for those who are getting into watches, be sure to put those in the comments as well. I think what's great about this YouTube video is it can really create a community where we can give our suggestions to those who are getting into watches. And I think these are very, very simple things that you can do to add to your experience while you're getting into watches. So be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you think about my picks, and leave your picks there as well. Also, if you did not do it in the beginning of the video, be sure to hit that like button for us. It really does help us out. and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't seen one of our videos, you aren't subscribed. I know a big portion of you are not subscribed to the channel, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like these types of videos. And with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.